New York University Dr. Joseph Wiesel claims Apple used his patent heartbeat monitoring tech without permission in lawsuit. Over the past year, Apple Watches have been credited with detecting heart complications and saving lives on multiple occasions. Now, a doctor from New York University is suing the tech giant over the feature that made it all possible. Cardiologist Joseph Wiesel claims that Apple used his patent heartbeat monitoring technology and integrated it into Apple Watches after he told the tech company about his invention in September 2018, Bloomberg reports. Wiesel was granted a patent in 2006 for a method of an apparatus for detecting atrial fibrillation, Atrial fibrillation, or AFib, is an irregular and often rapid heart rate that causes about 750,000 hospitalizations each year. According to the CDC, Wiesel's patent uses sensors and light to detect heart rhythms, which can then be shown on a digital display. In the lawsuit filed Friday, the plaintiff alleges he sent details about the patent to Apple after it released its Series 3 smartwatch. A year later, the iPhone maker unveiled its Series 4 with AFib detection. Earlier version of the smartwatch got updates to include heart monitoring features as well. Apple's smartwatches don't outright diagnose medical conditions. Instead, they offer notifications if an abnormal heartbeat is detected. Apple's smartwatches don't outright diagnose medical conditions. Instead, they offer notification if an abnormal heartbeat is detected. Wiesel is demanding that Apple pay him royalties for embedding his intellectual property into smartwatches. He also wants the California-based company to stop using his patent without permission. In court documents, Wiesel said Apple refused to negotiate in good faith to avoid this lawsuit. He also alleges that Apple knows that his intellectual property is pertinent to its business strategy. Apple Watches have become a market leader in the wearable category and generated more than $24 billion in sales in the fiscal year that ended in September, Bloomberg reports. Apple accounted for more than a quarter of all wearable devices shipped in 2018, according to International Data Corp data. The tech company doesn't comment on ongoing litigation. Comment ongoing. In court documents, Wiesel said Apple refused to negotiate in good faith to avoid this lawsuit. He also alleged that Apple knows that his intellectual property is pertinent to its business strategy. Homeowners in North Carolina called 911 to report an intruder. It turned out to be a Roomba. Several police officers stormed into a home in North Carolina after the startled homeowners called to report an intruder in the middle of the night. The suspected burglar turned out to be a rogue robot vacuum cleaner. Over the holiday, Thomas Maylam and his wife, Elisa, were watching a movie just after midnight when they heard a series of noises coming from downstairs. We both were alarmed. We paused the movie, and I had Elisa go to the safe place. Maylam said in a notice shared by the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. I immediately grabbed my gun, went to Elisa, and we stayed there silently waiting to see if we heard more noises. Someone was definitely downstairs, rummaging through things, and it sounded close to us. Maylam told his wife to call 911 and pointed his gun at the bedroom door. He was set on protecting his wife and their 2-year-old daughter, who was sleeping soundly one bedroom over. All my military training came back to me. I started analyzing the path the intruder would take, their line of fire if they entered the room in certain ways, and where we should be to decrease our risk of getting hurt. Maylam said. The authority arrived within a minute, searched the home, and the dispatcher on the phone told Maylam to lower his gun. The homeowner opened the bedroom door to find police flashlights shining in his direction. The authorities arrived within a minute, searched the home, and the dispatcher on the phone told Maylam to lower his gun. The homeowner opened the bedroom door to find the police flashlight shining in his direction. Sir, I have one question, the lead officer said. Is this room by yours? Apparently, the couple's new robot vacuum cleaner turned on in the middle of the night. Maylam said no one set it to do that. The robot got stuck near the bottom of the staircase and was repeatedly bumping into a wall. Maylam said, Merry Christmas, everyone. Please remember to turn off your burglar robot vacuums. Maylam posted on Facebook. The embarrassing-eyed outdoors isn't the first time a homeowner has called the cops after being spooked by what turned out to be an automated floor cleaner. In April, a similar incident occurred in Oregon after a woman reported that someone was located in her bathroom. She saw a shadow under the door and heard noises. Authorities entered the bathroom 15 minutes after with their guns down. We breached the bathroom door and encountered a very thorough vacuum job being done by a robotic vacuum cleaners, the Washington County Sheriff's Office posted on Facebook. Coming for iPhone 11 for Anchor, an Apple-approved external flash to light up your photos. The Chinese electronics company Anchor is reportedly planning to release an Apple-approved external flash for smartphones, so the iPhone 11 you got for Christmas can be used more like a camera. The new photography gadget, dubbed iPhone LED Flash, isn't available on Anchor's website yet, but the new iPhone add-on should be available for $49 in January. You will be able to find it on Apple's website and from Amazon, The Verge reports. While external flashes have existed for smartphones for quite some time, the release from Apple is significant because it was reportedly developed through Apple's Madden for iPhone program. That means it can work with iPhone's native camera app and other third-party apps found in the iOS store. It can also operate as a standalone light. The external flash will only work with iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, and it delivers twice the range and 4 times the brightness of the flash backed into the back of Apple's smartphones, according to details listed on Apple's community forum. The external flash looks like a cube with a rounded edge attached to a lightning cable. It comes with a detachable diffuser and a mount so it can connect it to other camera accessories. At full charge, the device should power up to 10,000 flashes, Apple says. The external flash looks like a cube with a rounded edge attached to a lightning cable. It comes with a detachable diffuser and a mount so it can connect it to other camera accessories. At full charge, the device should power up to 10,000 flashes, Acker says. The Apple certified flash arrives on the heels of a 9 to 5 Mac reported, which said that Apple sent specs to manufacturers on how to create approved external lightning accessories like strobes and flashes. The specs allow an accessory strobe or lightning components to sync with the device integrated flash and also relay the strobe sync signals wirelessly to additional accessories, 9 to 5 Mac reported. Sync signal wireless to additional accessories. Specs. Tesla delivers first batch of China-made cars. The first 15 cars to roll off the assembly line were given to employees who had placed advance orders at the Shanghai plant. Tesla delivered its first batch of China-made cars on Monday, less than a year after the electric vehicle company broke ground on its first plant outside the United States. Less than a year after the electric vehicle company broke ground on its first plant outside the United States, work began on the firm's multi-billion-dollar Shanghai Gigafactory in January, allowing the company to skirt trade tensions between China and the US and sell directly to the world's largest grain vehicle market. The first cars to roll off the assembly line, 15 of Tesla-made price mass market Model 3 design, were given to employees who had placed advance orders during a ceremony at the plant. Tesla plans to begin large-scale deliveries of China-made Model 3 sedans next month, said the firm's China General Manager Wang Hao. Tesla plans to begin large-scale deliveries of China-made Model 3 sedans next month, said the firm's China General Manager Wang Hao. The company was now producing more than 1,000 cars per week in China and hope to double the figure next year, manufacturing director Song Gang told Bloomberg News. Chief Executive Elon Musk has said production could rise to 3,000 vehicles per week in the future. Chief Executive Elon Musk has said production could rise to 3,000 vehicles per week. In the future, China typically requires foreign automakers to forge joint ventures with domestic firms when establishing manufacturing plants, which means sharing profits and technology with local partners. But Tesla's China venture is wholly owned by the U.S. company, and Tesla's decision to invest in Shanghai has been rewarded with preferential treatment. Authorities last week announced the waiver of the 10% purchase taxes for locally made Model 3 vehicles priced at 355,800 yuan. Authorities last week announced the waiver of a 10% purchase tax for local-made Model 3 vehicles priced at. Earlier in December, the government also approved a subsidy of up to 25,000 yuan per car. Earlier in December, the government also approved subsidies of up to 25,000 yuan per car. As robots take over warehousing, workers push to adapt. In this December 17, 2019 photo, an Amazon robot sends a package down a chute, transporting packages from workers to chutes that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Aries. The tech giant is still rolling out new models descended from the Caviar line, including the Pegasus, a squarish vehicle with a conveyor belt on top that can be found working the earlier morning shift at a warehouse in the Phoenix suburb of Goodyear. Guess who's getting used to working with robots in their everyday lives? The very same warehouse workers once predicted to be losing their jobs to mechanical replacement. But doing your job side by side with robots isn't easy. According to their makers, the machines should take on the most mundane and physical strenuous tasks. In reality, they are also creating new forms of stress and strain in the form of injuries and unease of working in close quarters with mobile half-tone devices that direct themselves. They weigh a lot. Amazon workers Amanda Talon said during the pre-Christmas crash at a company warehouse in Connecticut. Nearby, a fleet of 6-foot-tall roving robot shelves zipped around behind a chain-link fence. Talon's job is to enter a cage and tame Amazon's wheeled warehouse robots for long enough to pick up a fallen toy or relieve a traffic jam. She strapped on a light-up utility belt that works like a superhero's force field, commanding the nearest robots to abruptly halt and the others to slow down or adjust their routes. When you are out there and you can hear them moving around, but you can't see them, it's like, where are they going to come from? She said it's a little nerve-wracking at first. In this December 17, 2019 photo, dozens of Amazon's robots transport packages from workers to trucks that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Arizona. Amazon and its rival are increasingly requiring warehouse employees to get used to working with robots. The company now has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles it calls drives that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment center around the US. Amazon and its rivals are increasingly requiring warehouse employees to get used to working with robots. The company now has more than 200,000 robotic vehicles it calls drives that are moving goods through its delivery fulfillment centers around the US. That's double the number it had last year and up from 15,000 units in 2014. Its rivals have taken notice, and many are adding their own robots in a race to speed up productivity and bring down costs. Without these fast-moving parts, robot, robotic arms, and other forms of warehouse automation, retailers say they won't be able to fulfill consumer demand for packages that can land on doorsteps the day after you order them online. But while fears that robots will replace human workers haven't come to fruition, there are growing concerns that keeping up with the pace of the latest artificial intelligence technology is taking a toll on human workers' health, safety, and morale. In this December 17 photo, Joseph Salinas placed packages onto Amazon's robots, transporting packages from workers to trucks that are organized by zip code at an Amazon warehouse facility in Goodyear, Arizona. Warehouse powered by robotics and AI software are leading to human burnout by adding more work and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Beth Gartlis, who studies urban economics development at the University of Illinois at Chicago and has interviewed warehouse operators around the US. Warehouse powered by robotics and AI software are leading to human burnout by adding more work and upping the pressure on workers to speed up their performance, said Beth Gartlis, who studies urban economic development at the University of Illinois at Chicago and has interviewed warehouse operators around the US.